Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the official ARK Podcast number 175. My name's Mistletoad, and I'm here with the core team. Your host for tonight, as always, the one and only Atlas. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you for the introduction, Mistletoad. And folks, welcome back to another edition of the ARK Daily Podcast. This is Monday, a special Monday. Every Monday we have Coach Roberto here with us, all the way live from always warm, always sunny Miami. We do breathing together, 15 minutes, max 20 minutes of our time, and it is hitting that reset button. As we understand, being in DeFi, just life overall, having so many things to do, it can take a toll. And just like our computers, when we have too many windows open or too many applications, they can start to bog down. Well, we hit the reset button the same here. So looking forward to that. We have amazing all aboard for all of you as well. And we're having a fantastic day here of growth, coming off of the official announcement where the ARK is heading. What have we been cooking up all these months in the back? What's about to release, our on-ramps, our off-ramps, that a lot of our community is going to be able to bring projects that want to use these amazing products, these fintech products, and earn a passive income, earn a commission. The projects are also going to be able to bring revenue in from those transactions back to their community, back to their great projects. The move to Polygon, I mean, if you haven't seen it yet and you're not into Legacy NFT, we're going to be releasing the official recording, the unveil, today after the podcast. It's going to be in the announcements channel. It's going to be pinned here in the main chat. Do make sure to check it out so you have all the information of what's happening here. Legacy NFT holders are on fire. They're trying to get cash. They're on eBay selling stuff they don't need just so it can get more legacy NFT, folks. Fantastic day of growth of 4,676 ARK Vault accounts. Liquidity, 898,335 BUSD. We are just under $2,000 shy of hitting the 900,000 milestone. IOC reserves, very healthy, very strong, 471,806 BUSD. And of course, the highlight, the crown jewel of the podcast here on the ARK is the Spark prize pool. It is at 638.82 ARK. My friends, that is a street value of $3,654.05. That ARK is going to be deposited directly into the ARK Vault account of the 127th. We did 126 yesterday, which was an all-time high of 656.57 ARK. Today we find 127 Spark Prize winner here live for you, and boy, are they going into nitro mode. We might even get another all-time high. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and move through the podcast. Before we do that, let's check in with Brett Nordine, get those updates from him. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
Yeah, doing great. Looking at the growth looks awesome, and I just noticed that the legacy NFTs, we've sold 415 now, so I think the word's definitely getting out. Actually, before the podcast, Mistletoad and I worked on posting the presentation video from the DAO, so that's actually pinned now and also in the announcements channel, so everybody can watch that. And I didn't get it got syndicated out, but I'll circle back, so maybe you can check if we do all of our affiliated channels or syndicate channels. But yeah, that has been pinned and free to watch to everybody. It's over a couple hours. We encourage everyone to watch that video, and it should answer a lot, if not all, of your questions about when revenue and when everything. So we've got a lot packed in there, and I think we did a pretty good job covering all aspects of it, kind of our thought process as we've gone through developing out the roadmap, products and applications and things that are not only things that investors can use every day and can generate some revenue from through the fees and the usage and the services, but also the things that can scale into very, very large businesses. I think, with what we've proven here, not only as a team, but just as a community and creating an experience around DeFi that's like no other, I think we have a really good chance of knocking these out of the park. So, we're really excited. We're seeing the growth on the NFT side as that's catching on. And then obviously these revenues and fees will share and send back to the ILC to support the ArkFi token as well. So it's kind of a win-win and a huge step forward, I think, for not only our project but also for DeFi, in that we're going to introduce a lot more people that are off the street that may be thinking about getting into crypto. We're going to make it easier for them. They're going to be able to onboard their fiat to crypto. They're going to be able to earn yield, and they're going to be able to spend that crypto, and then we're going to give them tools to protect their privacy and conduct their business in a safe manner. So, that presentation out. I did look into posting it in the white paper. I know I mentioned that. I'm going to need to give a little bit more time. The only thing that GitHub allows is posting the file, and we don't necessarily want the PowerPoint file out there. I could put it into a secure PDF, but then the animations are lost. So we may reserve the PowerPoint presentation with the animations and everything for our AMA tours and our presentations that we do live. I may take a couple slides and turn those into kind of, roadmap style pictures and things that we can add to GitHub. We don't want anything that people can adjust or modify. Our only concern is letting the data out and then having somebody adjust and change words or change dates or things like that. So, unfortunately, we've had that situation before, and so we want to make sure that we control the information. If there's updates and things, it'll happen to the presentation through announcements or through our presentations that are live. I did go ahead and update the existing roadmap in the white paper. So if you're familiar with the white paper, where the roadmap link is at the bottom on the left-hand side of the GitHub page, that has been updated to reflect the new products and the timing. But I know people like the details, so I would recommend watching the live presentation video that we did for the DAO yesterday. I think that was yesterday. Seems like forever ago. Just a couple more quick updates. We did mention that we're doing some server migrations in the background. Jan, so if there's any small interruptions, give it a couple minutes, hit the refresh button. I know he moved the website. I didn't hear anything from anybody on that, but I know he's going to do the DApp next. So, it can happen very seamlessly, but maybe there's a 2 or 3 minute interruption, if at all. You may not experience it whatsoever. And then also just been working on now getting the website pages outlined and ready for the new utilities. First is going to be the virtual prepaid debit card and also the on-ramp, and then we'll follow shortly after that with the physical card, as well as the decentralized VPN. So getting those ready. I'm sure we'll be making press release announcements and doing quite a bit of marketing around those, but those are the next things on the list. Anything else you want me to mention?
That's it. Thank you so much, Brett. Fantastic update. And we have a guest of honor for the All Aboard. I'm going to turn it over to Coach Brad so he could bring us right up to speed on the All Aboard for today. After that, we will be doing the prize of the BUSD for All Aboard, our breathing, and our Spark rewards. Let's get this crypto.
Great announcements also, Brett. Today we have a fantastic investor and guest with us who goes by the name of Ohio Crypto. I'm sure that a few of you will be aware of him already, as we have shared all of his ARK content that he has brought out on his channel so far. But I reached out to him, and he is coming on as our special guest today, and that is absolutely great to see. Seeing him fly fly the flag ARK. As I said, great investor, been in DeFi. Well, I'll let him introduce himself to the community and talk a little bit about his ARK journey. So, Ohio Crypto, how are you today, sir?
Doing well. Thanks for the invite.
More than welcome, sir. How did you come to hear about the ARK, and how have you found your ARK journey so far?
Well, it's really funny. I actually have to thank Brandon, the DeFi guide. I saw it on his former YouTube channel, so I started looking into it and decided it was something I was interested in. So thank you to Brandon, and hopefully he's getting his YouTube legs back. I do a featured content creator every week for a couple of different things, Drip and ARK, and I gave Brandon a shout out. So hopefully he's recovering from his YouTube issues. But he got me interested in ARK, did my own research, and decided it was something I wanted to be in, and certainly glad to be. It's working out very well for me.
There are many better leaders than Brandon, and the whole community is very familiar with him at this point. And we know his troubles on YouTube, and we're all rooting for him to get back to top spot with his new YouTube channel. And I noticed, obviously, after watching your video, that you gave a shout out to him and to Crypto Unlimited 22. And Brandon is your featured YouTuber in this video, so that's great to see.
And, hey, thank you.
Go ahead, Brandon.
I didn't know that. I've been traveling, so I will definitely check that out as soon as I arrive in my hotel over here in San Jose. Thank you so much, Ohio. And
Brandon, me and my 830 subscribers have your back.
Right on. Hey, got to start somewhere. I think last time I checked, I was up to 200 or so on the new channel. So got to start somewhere, and it'll grow. No worries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it certainly will, Brandon. It won't be long before you're past that 12K mark, and this will be a thing of the past. So so ARK Crypto, I know that today this video you're concentrating on one of your smaller wallets, but I have seen all of your videos, so I know that you have some rather large ARK investments, and that just shows that you have confidence in the system. You've done your due diligence, and this is something that you're backing publicly on your YouTube channel. So that's absolutely fantastic to see.
Yeah, I started out reasonably small in ARK, and I just was really impressed with the whole protocol. And first of all, I loved the white paper. Some white papers out there and some of these DeFi plays are awful. And the first thing that impressed me was the white paper. And I just really, really like the community. I think the community is and having an active and vocal community is really an integral part of the success, especially early on for these things. So I think we have a great community. It's only getting bigger. So yeah, I'm really happy to be a part of it, and thankful to everybody that works on the team, and look forward to a long and bright future.
Not agree more, sir. Could not agree more. The ARK community is certainly something special. So I know that you don't have a particularly large amount of time, so I'm going to go ahead and show this video. This is it's not actually your most recent video, because you dropped one today, just showing people how to do the auto allocation. This is your video from 2 days ago that is your weekly ArkFi update video. Is there anything you wanted to say introducing this video, or should I go ahead and start?
Actually, no, I don't have anything to say, because I actually thought it was the last one. So I can't even remember. So let's just jump into it.
problem, sir. Okay, I'm going to run this in the bot right now. If you want me to stop at any time, if you want to talk about any point, then just give me a shout and I'll pause it for you.
Will do. Thanks. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I'm just going to do a quick video. It's going to be my This Week in ARK video. And I'm going to concentrate on one wallet. It's my fourth ARK wallet, I think. And it's the one I just created last week because I wanted a new one and I wanted to support Crypto Unlimited 22. So first of all, let's get a little housekeeping out of the way. A couple of things. One, I am not your financial advisor. I am not anyone's financial advisor for that matter. Only
Am I
use
the only
risk
one not
capital if
hearing
you're
that?
getting into
I can't
crypto
hear
in
anything.
general, but especially decentralized
I can hear
finance.
it.
Risk capital only. Don't put the rent money in it. Don't put. I could hear it fine.
Brandon, you might have the music bot muted.
Okay, I'll try that.
The kids' college money in it. Risk capital only. And then the one piece of financial advice I always try to give is get yourself a cold storage wallet. Keep your seed phrase off of the internet. Doing it later is not a good plan, because if your seed phrase gets compromised, a ledger or other cold storage wallet will not help you anymore. And never give your seed phrase to anybody for any reason. There's never a reason to do so, no matter what they say, how they think they can help you, or how they say they can help you. Never give that to anyone. So let's look here. Okay, yeah, this is my fifth ARK wallet. I have posted the minimum of $250 in the foundation because I want to win that Spark reward, and it pays me. So in about a week, I've collected about just under $2 for my small staked bond. By the way, the bond is always withdrawable, 10% tax, I believe, on either end. So you'll want to ROI before you do that. If there's any way you can. I don't have any intention of taking my bond out. I might upgrade to a legacy NFT from the staked bond, but other than that, I'm just going to leave it in and collect my BUSD. Legacy NFTs are here. So I may upgrade at some point to the silver NFT. We'll see. I'm not in any giant hurry. I just always want to remain eligible to win that Spark reward. So let's go back to my vault here. So this is an account that I'm certainly not counting on for any kind of income. I just want it to build. I sort of want it to be good and ready for when my main ARK account, my wallet number one, drops from 2% to 1%. And there's really nothing I can do. That's unavoidable. It's unavoidable for everybody, but I have deposited all I'm allowed to deposit in that account. So it's going to drop to 1% sometime in early June. Now, if I get some referrals and things like that, it could extend it. I'm not sure if an airdrop Spark reward would extend it or not, but I do believe people joining your syndicate will potentially extend it for whatever length of time their compounding allows for, or their deposit allows for. So what I want to do here in order to get this ready, I'm going to do a couple of things. One, I'm going to go ahead and by the way, I'm allocating as high as I can here at 60/40. And I'm going to go ahead and allocate this. Actually, I'm not. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on auto redeposit. Again, I don't care about withdrawing from this account. I'll worry about ROIing later and take my chances. I didn't make a huge deposit here anyway. So we're going to auto redeposit, meaning every time my allocation happens, whether I do it manually or automatically, I will redeposit my funds back into this account. So I will essentially be compounding my 2%. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to go ahead and allocate. And I'm just going to leave it on the higher gas just to make sure that this goes through quickly. There we go. And by the way, I had plenty of time left, but I wanted to make this video and do this. And I'm going to do one other thing here. I do have a, there we go. So my rewards have been allocated. And now I'm going to go down. I actually have 4.9 ARK sitting in my wallet. I'm going to go ahead and redeposit those and get those into my ARK balance as well. This will help out Crypto Unlimited 22's wallet that I joined as well. And so let's go ahead and we got to approve it first. There we go. So we'll dump that back into our deposits. That'll go up to 113 or 14. While we're waiting for that, I'll go ahead and get my featured content creator out of the way. If you're into drip and you watched my recent drip video as well, oh, by the way, I guess I got to actually deposit it now. I approved it, but I didn't make the deposit. So we'll get to our featured content creator in just a second. So there we go. So that principal balance will jump up now by a couple, 3, 4 ARK, something like that. And while we're waiting for that to happen, we will talk about our featured content creator, who is Brandon, the new DeFi guide. Used to be Drip Guide. And by the way, if you're into Drip, I featured him yesterday on my This Week in Drip broadcast. But I want to help Brandon out. His channel got taken down by YouTube for some reason. I think he's still working through them, but wasn't going to wait. Went ahead and rebranded his channel to the DeFi Guide. So I will put a link to his channel in the description. If you were subscribed before, go ahead and go back and subscribe. If you're unfamiliar with who Brandon is, he's kind of an OG in the drip ecosystem and Animal Farm, and he is definitely into ARK and does a lot of good ARK content as well. So go find him and subscribe to him and support him. He definitely deserves it. I'm not sure why YouTube canceled his channel, and maybe it'll come back, but for now I'm supporting the DeFi Guide channel, and certainly encourage you to do the same. So with that, we're going to go ahead and cut this video off today. I've got things to do, so definitely thank you for joining me here today at This Week in ARK. I don't know why. Oh, pending deposits. So my deposit I just made is going to be there until I allocate again. So I should have actually done this before I allocated a few minutes.
Learn from my mistake.
So that'll drop in next time I allocate. I'm not worried about it for now. Again, thanks for joining. Do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel. That helps all of us content creators out. I'm definitely amateur compared to some. I get it, but the more word we can get out there about these DeFi protocols where we have honest devs and protocols that just keep doing their thing, the more we get the word out, the better for all of us. So thanks in advance for liking this video and subscribing to my channel, and we will see you next time.
Great. Excuse me. Great stuff. And we learn by our mistakes. So you picked up on that fairly quickly, which was good to see. And this you mentioned in that video that you have a Max wallet that you can no longer deposit into. And I know that I did comment on the video to let you know, but just for anybody that's watching or listening, the Spark reward does go into your NDV, taking you into nitro mode, as do referral rewards from anybody that you refer into the platform using your referral link. So just to add those two things in.
Yeah, I did see that comment. Thanks for clarifying that. It would be nice if you proved it to me today, though.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for everyone, but it would. We haven't actually had the situation yet where we've had a content creator on and they've won the Spark reward that day. So that is another thing that we are waiting to see. It's only a matter of when, not if. So hopefully today it is your day, sir.
We'll see. I've been fortunate enough to win it once, so I'm grateful either way. And thanks for having me and my channel on today.
No problem at all. Thank you for coming on and being a part of this fantastic community. And, as I said, a lot of the community have seen your videos and are already familiar with you through YouTube, but it's great to have you on and, actually talk to the community and actually interact with us. So look forward to having you on again, sir.
Sounds great.
I have a question, Mr. Ohio, before you leave. I know you're short on time. Do you still have a minute or two?
Yeah, I do.
Fantastic. And welcome to the podcast. We've been wanting to get you on here live.
Atlas, you're just
go
getting
ahead,
some feedback there, some snap, crackle, pop.
Okay, give me a quick second. I'll just come back in a second. Is that better, Mr. Toad?
Yeah, way better.
Thank you so much, sir. So, could you tell us a bit more about winning the Spark Prize? How soon after you joined ARK did that happen?
So I can't remember exactly when it was. It was early March, and I had been thinking about getting into ARK for, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5, 6 days, a week or less, and finally decided I would pull the trigger. And it was on a Saturday, I believe. And I went ahead and got everything going, got my my vault up and going. And I, for every wallet I've opened, the very same day I opened it, I posted the bond just to make sure I was eligible for that prize. And I didn't even think much about it. And I think the next day I just got on to do my thing on the ARK DApp. And there's actually a pop-up. I don't know if that's the right description, but when I hit the homepage, a little pop-up told me that I had won. And I thought, all right, well, this is a scam. Turns out it wasn't. And I won. I think it was 231 ARK at the time. So prizes are a lot bigger these days, which I think is a good sign. So it was cool. Yeah. I think, I don't remember what my first deposit was, but it definitely, put me into nitro mode, as you say. So
great experience. Congratulations. It does make a huge difference. Something to aspire to, and you never know when is your day or your second or your third time to win it. And it goes back to giving back to the community and having it make a difference, whether it's a small investor or what we call the whales. They also deserve to have a reward. They're risking a lot more capital, and they also can relish in the nitro mode, which, it's not just the great amount of ARK that's coming in, it's the positive NDV that's coming in, and to a lot of the investors that came in early that have dropped to the 1%. This is just bringing a whole new life into their investment on a long-term basis. So we thank you for taking the time to do the due diligence and understanding what is different here on the ARK and what's so special here.
And I talk about dropping to 1% as if it's supposed to be a negative thing. And we're talking about 1% a day. Good Lord. I mean, hard to see that as negative.
Exactly. It is a great position to be in. But look, we wanted to create a very fair and balanced system so that everyone could really come and have the same opportunity to win every single day and not have to worry about massive or extreme price volatility and concerns, so that we could all be calm, cool, and collected as we grow. And we are honored to have you on this amazing journey. Welcome on board officially, and we look forward to going on a multi-year journey with you as well.
Same here. Thanks for having me, and I appreciate what you all are doing, as well as the community that's on here. So thank you.
You're very welcome. Have a great evening, and we'll have you back soon. All right, it is time for the Wheel of the Toad, which is our way of growing organically, supporting fantastic leaders and educators as Mr. Ohio Crypto, who has taken the time. I mean, even today launched a video. That's what it's about. This is who we're here to support. The paid shillers have not been effective, folks. This is a different type of project where folks really need to understand the value, and nobody better to really convey that message but the folks who have, as they like to say, put their money where their mouth is and come on board after doing their due diligence and making their decision. Mr. Mistletoe, could you tell us how many people joined and participated in the all aboard sweep widget? And if you could break it down, maybe it's somebody's first time here on the podcast. And if it is, welcome to the ARK.
Of course. So today we had 67 people participate. Thank you. We have had quite a few people join and not do all the tasks. So if you are confused of why your name isn't on here and you did try to enter, make sure to go through all the tasks. If you have no idea what I'm talking about and this is your first time, this is our lovely spin the wheel sweep widget, the Wheel of the Toad as they like to call it. Sorry. Every day we have a new sweep widget link that gets posted here right in the main chat right after the podcast. What you're going to do to enter is click on that link, go through all the tasks on the list, ranges from liking and commenting to YouTube videos, clapping up some Medium articles, retweeting some tweets. And after you get done through all that list, go through there, your name will pop right onto this lovely wheel here, and we'll spin it every single day. If it lands on your lucky name, you'll win $50 to $100 worth of BUSD. It is that simple.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mistletoe. Let's go ahead and give the 50 BUSD away. And thank you for everyone that participated, even if you don't win tonight, but we wish every single one of you great luck. On the count of 3, 2, 1.
The slow climb over to the Groot again.
Oh,
You've won
the Groot is
$50
back.
worth of BUSD. Congratulations, my friend.
Another win. We do not have the sound effects on the board as we're today working on upgrading the whole broadcasting system here to the Broadcasting 2 studio. We have a joke. We call it the $1 billion broadcasting studio. And maybe some of you folks know about the $10 million broadcasting studio. It's kind of an inside joke. So let's go ahead and let's unleash the beast before we do our Monday reset, our breathing with Coach Roberto. We are working with the new dashboard that is a sneak peek into the new broadcasting studio. Let's go ahead and pull that one up. Spark's looking really, really great tonight. Not exactly at the all-time high again. We're still coming off of that one yesterday. And shout out to the winner. The winner that won yesterday, the all-time high, is a member of the SK Crypto K Syndicate. Super happy over there. Those folks are on fire, coming off of this great win for their syndicate member. I don't know about you guys, but I find the podcast a little bland, toned down without the soundboard. Anyone else getting that feeling too?
A little bit, but when you pull up that spark, sheesh, nothing bland about that.
We need to hire Brandon full time here to do the sound effects.
Nobody does it better.
Oh man, you guys are a trip.
AI Brandon.
Happy days. We actually
man, that's the right one. That was the right sound. It just doesn't sound the same without the soundboard. How can I forget that one? Maybe I'm trying to forget that one.
Never a dull podcast. I thought today would be it, but no, folks. We got the Brandon on board here. He's filling in. He's filling in the sound effects. No if or buts about it, folks. All right, we had a request for the Spark music for today, and I do apologize. I'm not sure. I was going through so many messages. It was such a really busy day here that I don't recall, honestly, who gave the suggestion for today. We always honor that. So if it's somebody here that's live, maybe it was you, Terry Tibbs, with another one, please do ping me so we'll be able to play it tomorrow. For now, we're going to go with an old faithful here for you folks as we unleash the beast that is Sparky. All right, we are almost there, folks. And there it is. The winner of today's Spark Prize. Their wallet ends in 89C8. And they're the lucky winner of 650.32 ARK. That has a street value of $3,715.84. Their first time winner. Congratulations and welcome to the Nitro mode. Brandon, do you want to go ahead and shout?
Woo! Yeah! Let's get this crypto. Oh, god damn! Let's get this crypto.
Holy.
There we go, man. Brandon's on fire. We needed that. And as we do for every first-time winner, we play the first-time winner jingle. It is a bit loud. Turn it down a little bit, folks. Sheesh. They've done it again. Another Spark Prize. Nitro mode all the way. NDV through the roof, almost breaking the glass on the gauges here of the ARK. With that, we're going to go right into the breathing sessions Mondays with Coach Roberto, taking us to that reset button so we can really connect and be aware and understand and learn about the 4 dimensions, folks.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So before we start, we just want everybody to start. If you're sitting down, relax. If you're driving your car, relax. I won't do any breath holds, but just play with it. And in the 4 dimensions, so what I want you to do is right now, notice how you're feeling. You know, you didn't win the Sparky. It might have triggered something. So notice how that might be feeling in your body, in your mind. And just notice, just be aware. But if you're sitting down, just relax as much as you can. If you want to lie down, you can lie down. But I'm going to talk a little bit about the 4-dimension awareness. And awareness, consciousness, and energy, I kind of intermingle that word. So, and there's a saying that goes, where consciousness goes, energy flows. So the 4 dimensions are basically, there's an external part of us, which is 1 dimension. Then there's the internal part, which is the other dimension. And then in each one, there is a broad awareness, and there's a very narrow awareness. It's the same thing inside of you. So those are the 4 dimensions where energy can flow and attention can flow. So when we direct our attention inwardly or outwardly, we focus our awareness on one point, or we can expand that consciousness to everything that is around us or everything in our body. So we can direct the energy to wherever we want to when we start mastering the 4 dimensions. So, you know, sometimes you might be totally triggered by something that happened externally, and you have no idea what's going on in your body. And you can also be connected in your body, and you have no idea what's going on, what's happening internally. So you might have noticed, that advertiser, the news, the media, the scam artists, the street hustlers, the people with pure and loving intentions, as well as the unconscious habits of your own systems, are forces that can control and direct your energy and awareness. Perhaps not. Perhaps you're already a master of it. So what we want to be able to do is to be able to shift in awareness when we need to, maybe from the external to the internal and vice versa. As sometimes we have to need to gather our scattered energies and to focus attention like a laser beam and vice versa. Perhaps that's what you need to do when you're working, when you're trading, when you're having a conversation with somebody, when you're listening to somebody, and perhaps, there's a different outcome in what we're trying to do. And that's where conscious breathing comes in. So everything that we're doing on Mondays is to come back to the conscious breath and be able to move the energy depending on where you put attention to. So we can use the breath to harness our energy, to direct it in 4 different ways. And every breath opportunity, we can take control of our life force to focus our awareness and to redirect that energy. So when you breathe, you can send energy to a single organ, muscle, joint, or any part of your body. So like if some part of your body is hurting, you might want to focus your energy and breathe into that area, right? And just focus on that point. But sometimes you need to know what's going on in your whole body, because there could be a little bit of pain in one part, but the rest of your body feels good. So maybe if you can shift to that part of your body, that other pain might just kind of dissolve. So conscious breathing can be the anchor and the center of us in our body. It can also be used to expand beyond the borders of our skin. We can use the breath to transcend the ego and the emotional mind, to maybe experience some amazing states of consciousness. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in through our nose, and we're going to exhale through the mouth. So just practice that. Inhale for like 2 or 3 seconds, and then exhale for 4, 5, 6 seconds. And you inhale for a count of 2 or a count of 3. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what we're doing here, this is like a tantra kind of breath. We're going to use the breath to fill ourselves with everything in the world. We're going to bring it into our bodies. So we're going to inhale everyone in the world into our innermost core of our being. And then we're going to exhale everything. We're going to empty ourselves out into the universe. Okay, so you're going to feel yourself when you inhale, and then you're going to let everything go when you exhale. And we're going to do that, and we're just going to keep doing that. And I'll take you through, let's say, 100 breaths like this way. So sit down, relax, right? Sometimes I call this cosmic breathing. So we're going to breathe in long and slow. It's going to be total. Put your whole being into this exercise. Put real feeling and passion into this meditation. You can arc your spine when you're breathing. Maybe you want to use your arms and hands to express it. And you close your eyes. So we're going to start breathing in through the nose. And remember, you're going to bring in, the intention is to draw the whole universe right into your heart, into your lungs, into your body. And then you're going to exhale everything in your body out into the universe. All right, and focus that attention. When you bring it in, maybe you want to focus in one spot in your body, maybe your heart. You bring it in, and then you let it go out into the whole universe, which is the wide part of the external dimension. So you bring it into your body, and you exhale. So ready? So here we're going to start. If we could play some music. It'd be great, mistletoe. So here we go. We inhale, exhale. Inhale deep, bring it into your heart, open it up, relax, and let it all go. Inhale, bring it into your body, open it up. Get to the top, exhale, and let it go. Inhale, attention on the breath, into your body, exhale, let it go out into the universe. Inhale, take your time. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. Put that feeling into it, put that passion into that inhale. So bring it into your heart or bring it into whatever area you need to in your body. So inhale, exhale. Maybe you want to just bring it into your whole body. Inhale, you get to the top, exhale, relax, and let it go. Inhale through the nose, bring it in, let it go. Bring it in, let it go. Let it in, let it go. Bring it in, let it go. That's 10. Inhale, exhale. Keep relaxing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, 120, exhale, exhale, or your own pace if you need to. Inhale, exhale. But keep your attention. Bring it in into whatever part of the body you want to bring it into, and then exhale. Perhaps you want to exhale your love, your heart, and everything to somebody specific out in the world. Exhale. Bring it in. Exhale to the whole universe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale that energy. Inhale that love. Bring it in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open up and expand that chest cavity. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep relaxing. You're up in 30. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Open up, expand, let it go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale again, bring it in. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. 30. Keep it going, stay at your pace. Keep bringing that energy in. Maybe you want to bring some intentions now to a specific part of your body. Inhale love. Exhale hate. Inhale love. Exhale anger. Inhale love. Exhale love. Inhale peace. Exhale peace. Inhale awareness. Exhale awareness. Inhale flow. Exhale flow. Inhale awareness. Exhale awareness. Inhale compassion. Exhale compassion. Good up, we're 45. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to your heart. Open that heart up. Exhale. Up 50. Inhale. Exhale. Little quicker. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 60. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep it playing. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. Deep, open up. Expand. We're in 70. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep it up. Just notice how you're feeling. Keep relaxing. Bring it in. Take it out. Bring it in. Let it go. Bring it into your heart. Let it go. Maybe bring it into your belly. Let it go. Bring it into your heart. Let it go. Bring it into your third eye. Let it go. Bring it into shoulders. Let it go. Bring in that love again. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 82. Exhale. Breathe. Exhale. 84. Exhale. 85. Exhale. Inhale. 87. 88. 89. 90. 1. Relax and exhale. 92. 93. 94. 95. Inhale, exhale. 96. 97. 98. 99. Now inhale and hold. Inhale. Inhale the whole universe inside your body. Feel your body. Connect your body. Connect your mind. Connect your heart. Just feel it. Feel that energy. hold it, relax your body as much as you can. As you hold, if you have to breathe, let it go, and let all that energy, all that love go to all the universe, to your family, to your friends, to all the ARK investors, all the DeFi investors. So take it out in the world, take that peace, that love, let it expand to all the fish, to all the trees, to the whole universe, to all the planets. Be in that space, open it up, in that awareness. It's all one. Let it go, and then come back to whatever city you're in, to the space that you're in, and slowly come back into your body, and be in your heart, connect to that energy. May you all be happy and healthy, always wealthy and free.
That was powerful. You're on fire today, Coach.
The energy just took over.
Let's go. Man, I went deep. On that one. It's been a while, actually, here live on the podcast. But man, I was definitely connected and gone. Big time. Fantastic. No sound buttons. Anybody else want to share their experience if they joined us on that reset journey?
It's like I just woke up from a long nap and I feel very refreshed.
I can hear.
You can't hear Mistletoe?
Hello?
I heard him.
Okay, now I heard.
I hear you. Yeah.
I was just saying, Coach, it felt like I was on a long slumber and I just kind of hit the reset button. In a very zen state, it feels like right now.
That's the idea. That you can go there anytime that you put your awareness and your attention to it and use the breath to support you in doing that.
Calm, cool, and connected on the ARK. Anyone else?
Everybody's it's quiet, calm, and connected.
They're still gone. They're not here. They're not back yet.
They don't know what happened.
Yeah, I think we're lost in the trance today. That was pretty cool.
The atmospheric pressure changed as the ARK went galactic.
Yeah, really good affirmations today, Coach. Appreciate that. Every Monday is awesome that way. We, like to start the week. I mean, you could do the sessions on a Thursday, a Wednesday, a Friday, but to start the breathing sessions on a Monday is just, it's soothing because it's the start of the week. We regret the weekend passing by, and I think there's bystander towards Mondays, first day of the week.
Yeah. Monday is a good time. A lot of people that I remember I used to get like when I used to do like a whole thing on Monday nights in this temple in Miami, and it was always packed on Mondays because everybody would come to like reset, you know. We changed it to Tuesday. Wasn't as many people.
Yeah, I think if we can like finish Mondays with like a good breathing and sort of Zen state, then the week sort of passes quickly. And then Tuesday comes and Wednesday come, and before you know it's Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good time to clear whatever is there and create the intention for the week. You know?
Absolutely.
Did Coach Brad have participate? This was an easy one.
Yeah, the reason I didn't speak up is because my neighbours must have come home. I think they must have had shopping with them, and Charlie heard that about. I know exactly when it was because Coach was counting. It was on the 21st breath, and if anyone's ever heard him before, he's very, very loud, and he barked continuously until the breath had finished. So. Unfortunately, I didn't participate as I usually would, not properly, but luckily, and this is moving on to something else as well, I will be posting all of that information that Coach has just gone over in his breath channel inside the ARK, so I can review that and practice it in my own time.
Hey, Charlie wanted to talk. He wanted to breathe, or he was breathing.
Unfortunately, Coach, Charlie wants to talk a lot all the time. But I was nice and zen, sitting here relaxing, listening to you, counting us through, bringing energy in. And then I heard the banging in the hallway, and I just opened my eyes, looked at Charlie, and he ran out the room, barking his head off, so it sort of interrupted my breathing, unfortunately.
That's all right. Just be aware of that.
He definitely needs a breathing session, Coach. Yeah, he needs to chill out and relax. He's too tightly wound.
Anyone else? Raphael, he usually pulls over in the truck to do the breathing with us. I don't know if he had the chance today.
He's been practicing.
Let's go. I know Brandon was driving, so I don't know if he did it. I think no. Or Brett, did you get a chance to?
Everybody fell asleep.
You send them off, Coach. Udaman, you there? Is there anybody out there?
When there's nobody speaks, it's a good thing.
I'm here.
It's all connected.
I'm connected. I'm in Zen mode.
Let's go. Fantastic, Udaman. We love to have you here on Mondays with us, doing the breath. Glad you got something great out of it.
Oh, my pleasure. Whew. I'm actually outside in the range, hitting some balls, and then I'm breathing too. So this is good.
Nice.
You see that's what, like if you're doing something right, or you're getting distracted, you can still do breathing and get conscious and open up the awareness instead of focusing one thing, and then focus it wide and be able to breathe consciously and do whatever you're doing. Like even if the dog is barking, right? It's like breathing and maybe slowing down the breath, when he's going crazy, maybe he'll
Did we lose Coach?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
So
All right.
so that's what happens when you breathe. Sometimes nobody says anything. That's a good thing.
And you, Amanda, we hope your son is doing well, better each day.
Yes, little by little, he'll get better. Yeah, compared to the last month, his changed day and night. Yeah, he's recovering. He's following the doctor's order and then changing the medication as directed. So he's getting better. But he used to be a strongest boy, but he's not right now. So, but I hope great things happening for him.
He's in our prayers. Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
All right. Well, let's shift on over to the DeFi sessions with our very own crypto DeFi expert, Mr. Z. Beginning of the week, heinous debacles. James was at the water cooler. He was buying the pump of Bitcoin. He was sure. He saw the YouTubers. They all said, we're going to 1 million tomorrow. And we heard him crying a bit over the weekend. Heinous debacle. But we've been staying on top of that, looking at these charts. And we warned him, didn't we? Didn't we warn him several times? Take profits, my friends. Pay yourselves. If you're out there trading, do not leave money on the table, folks.
Yeah, absolutely. I've left these squares from like the last week, so we can kind of trigger them. I mean, we were looking up here at some point. People thought we were going up here, but unfortunately, we did touch the 27,300 region, and I don't see it stopped there. The way the structure looks, I think we are. We look to take out 25K as well. I think there's going to be a pullback, and we could even go as below to 22K right now, because that's just the way the market is. And yeah, there's some articles to back why it is the way it is. But I mean, from a technical point of view, we're just taking out liquidity. We should be used to this. This is our third crypto cycle. And we never see just an upstream. We always see liquidity get taken out, and then big orders come in. So that's how the whales like to play it. That's just the way the markets is structured. We take out liquidity constantly, and then we try to blame it on other things, other fundamentals. And I see a lot of articles they do that, but from a technical point of view, that's where we are right now. We take out liquidity. And there's been some sort of speculation on why it is, and what's making it sort of reach that sort of standpoint. So there's one article from Cointelegraph that says Ethereum price lower highs and Bitcoin hits at more downside in April. So according to them, whenever we take a higher high or a lower high, it means that we are basically looking to fall below. And I think I agree with that. I think the whole regulation thing right now, and the unemployment claims, and just how the world is right now. People do not want to take risks on tech assets and especially risky assets, and Bitcoin and Ethereums and stuff are currently risky assets. So people do take a toll and take their profits. And we know the whales take profit at the top. So that's what's explaining the technicals right now. There was a really interesting article that talked about Ethereum. If I can go to it right now. It says this, right? It says, so if you guys remember, like last week, you had Gary Gensler, and Gary Gensler was questioned quite specifically if Ethereum was a utility. Was a security, sorry. So is Ethereum See if we can watch this thing together, because it was really interesting. Is Ethereum a security? Gensler. So he was asked this question more than a few times from this, and I think like this is what's leading to like having the uncertainty of regulation and how the SEC are treating crypto is the reason why we're seeing the price action that we're seeing right now. So I'm gonna kind of go through this. We'll watch a minute of this, but this is kind of explaining where we are right now in crypto.
Denham expressed his view that Ether is a commodity. The state attorney general of New York asserted in a court filing last month that Ether is a security. Clearly, an asset cannot be both a commodity and a security. Do you agree?
Actually, all securities are commodity under the Commodity and Exchange Act. It's that we are excluded commodities. But I would agree that a security cannot be also an excluded commodity and an included commodity. I'm sorry, Chair, just to talk about the Commodity Exchange Act more precisely.
Okay, so do you recognize, how would you categorize Ether then?
I think that the general sweep of what Congress did, not just in the 30s, but as amended.
I'm asking you, sitting in your chair now, to make an assessment under the laws as exist, is Ether a commodity or a security?
Without speaking to any one.
I know you've repeatedly said you're not going to speak to one, except you've spoken to one, Bitcoin. So I'm asking you to speak to a second one, the second largest market cap here.
And speaking to the tokens, there's 10 to 12,000. If there's a group of entrepreneurs,
I'm asking about one.
The public is anticipating a profit based on the.
I'm asking a specific question, Chair Gensler. I said this in private. This should be no shock to you. I'm asking this question. Is Ether a commodity or a security?
And again, it depends on the facts and the law. And if there's a group of
I'm asking about the facts and the law.
Yeah, so this goes on for like a good 6 to 7 minutes. So I'm not going to continue thing, but you can see what it does to the market when you have the key regulator, the SEC, cannot define something simple as a question as is Ethereum a security or a commodity. We do know Bitcoin is a commodity now. It's on the Commitment of Traders report. And today something big happened in South Korea. I don't know if you guys covered this, but you, I think it had to do with Terra Luna. So the High Court spoke about Terra Luna not being a security, and this is the first time we've seen a legal court talk in such essence. So we're leading up to like May the 6th, which is XRP's big due date, and we're going to conclude the lawsuit there with the SEC, and so this is all leading up to that. So it writes here, Luna is not a security. South Korean court rules in Terra co-founder's case. The court says that it is difficult to see Luna token as a financial investment product regulated by the Capital Markets Act. So this is what's happening in the world right now. Right now we are in an uncertain state where you're having things like the SEC that are like that are in pressure right now. Right now the pressure is not on crypto. Right now the pressure is actually on SEC because they are not finding things in the way that they should. So that's where we are, and I think this sort of uncertainty, like this moment here, the Gensler sort of questions, they came in last week. The regulation stuff and just not defining the parameters of what cryptocurrencies, what category does it come under? Is it a commodity? Is it security? So that's why we are in the place we are right now in the DeFi markets. And the last thing I want to cover today is ordinal finance. Not ordinals NFTs, the Bitcoin theft. Were you going to say something out there? Sorry.
Yeah, I actually did. You know about the insider video, like the leaked video of Gary Gensler in his office?
No.
Oh well, let me pull this up for you real
Gary
quick.
Gensler,
Give me a second here.
What should I search? I'm on YouTube right now. Gary Gensler.
Here, no, you're not going to find it there. It's an inside source. Hold on, let me see if I can pull this up. Give me a quick second.
Yeah,
I just had it here, but it keeps moving around. Hold on. There it is. Can you see it?
Oh, I was sharing my screen. I can take my screen off now.
You see it? You see my screen?
Yeah, I can see. Okay.
Okay, here we go. This is Gary Gensler in his office, leaked video. All right, here we go.
Gary, what? Whoa! It's time to decide on what's a security. Let's go.
One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna take it one way or another. I'm gonna beat you. One way or another, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna meet you one day.
Gary, don't you have a fat bag of algorithms? I dumped that shit at the top, bro. That's a close one. What are we going to tell people? I don't know. How about we let them figure it out? I love my job!
That's hilarious, man.
Oh, man. They really gave him a hard time.
Absolutely. That he had a really hard week. And even it came to the point where the Senate started to conclude that we're all voting to restructure the SEC, remove him as leader in front of him, in front of his team. And it must have been a really hard sort of pill to swallow. But yeah, it's for them to be blamed for. I mean, I'm not defending the SEC in any way right here, because they have been, you can say, they've not been clear. They haven't done their investigation right, and they've been talking here and there with DeFi, with crypto leaders, but they haven't defined the relationship in any way or form, and they're very misleading with a bunch of things that they've done. So, and this week is nowhere different. So yeah, the last thing I'll cover today with the SEC uncertainty and stuff is, unfortunately, I don't like to cover these things, but I think it's important, especially when there's meme coin season and all these things. Another sort of, it was called Ordinals Finance. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, so Ordinal Finance was a basically, you can say, organized rug pull. And basically, Certic gave a whole report here. So Ordinals Finance has conducted a $1 million rug pull. The DeFi protocol appears to have erased its social media presence after news of the alleged exit scam broke. So this is what the candle kind of looked like, if you guys can see the screen. And so this is how a rug pull kind of looks like. You think it's going sideways, and then all of a sudden, liquidity gets taken out. So this is what Certic had to say about it. Certic Skynet alert. So we are seeing an exit scam on Ordinals Finance, who have already deleted their Twitter, deploy removed OFI tokens from the OEB staking contract, and has begun swapping to ETH. Now they've come so obvious that they're not even using your Tornado caches, or they're not trying to hide their ways. They're just directly converting to Ethereum, and the world can see it. So in April 24th, press release seen by a security firm, that the protocol developer pulled 256 million Ordinal Finance tokens out of the smart contract using a safe food token function. Another 13 million OFI was removed through an owner re-withdraw function, bringing the total number of token withdrawn to 269 million. So this happened today. So yeah, total loss to investor was $1 million. Yeah.
So this was when you say ordinals, are we talking Bitcoin?
No. That's the first thing I wanted to say. It's not Ordinals NFTs. Ordinals Finance was a utility-based borrowing lending mechanism on Ethereum. And
come on, man! The name alone. I mean, they're trying to capitalize on the real Ordinals. That should have been the biggest red flag, in my opinion.
Yeah, red flags all over the place, but they lied about the fundings that they got. They mentioned things like we got venture funds, and I don't know what companies they did, but yeah, everything's deleted now. There we go. That's what the Twitter looks like. This account doesn't exist. Yeah, like one thing, like my viewpoint on when these people do these sorts of things is, what they need to realize is that DeFi is very transparent in what you're doing, and we're seeing this from like the Silk Road stuff. Like it's not like they got away with a robbery or anything. You've left traces of things. It seems like they did use Tornado Cash. Wait, the deployer then transferred over 85.8 Ethereum's 85.5 to the account ending with CCF, at which point it was deposited into Tornado Cash. Yeah, they used Tornado Cash to basically do their exit. But yeah, we got to be careful. Like we got to be careful, especially right now, especially in DeFi and in meme coin season right now. We're in meme coin season, and everyone's playing off the Pepes, using things like ordinals. Yeah, you're right, man. Ordinals is a red flag. I mean, like if you had an NFT project based on Bitcoin, and that's what took Bitcoin to the price that we saw, the stable price last month, or a few months ago. And now we're seeing ordinals finance. So yeah, that sort of, yeah. So it's been a mixed week. And this is what a rug pull kind of looks like. So yeah, be careful, guys. Do your due diligence. Do a lot of it. And I think that sort of concludes my DeFi session for today. Thank you.
All right. Well, these things happen, folks. That's why we feel so comfortable and safe here being on board the ARK. Great team, great community, and earning every day. You need to degen. Take it easy. Do your time. Take the time to do your due diligence. I want to thank everyone for coming today to the podcast. We want to congratulate the winner of the Spark Rewards. Shout out to the winner over in SK CryptoK's Syndicate. They won yesterday. We don't know who today's winner is, but hopefully we will find out. They are officially in Nitro mode. We hope that you also take the time to review the video of the presentation that was done in the Legacy NFT DAO. That's going to be coming up for a vote soon. We want all the community to have the latest information and see the direction that the ARK is sailing in. It is quite fantastic, quite impressive, great feedback from everyone. And we'd love to hear your feedback as well, your questions. A lot of happy days, exciting times ahead for all of us here on board the ARK. And for the folks that are going to be coming and joining us, that are going to be having exposure to the ARK ROI DApp, to the Legacy NFTs, to the foundation, to the vault, through these fantastic products that are going to create that revenue that really no one else before us has been able to figure out. Scratchies and lotteries and all these things they're cute, but they're short-lived and they're not real businesses that bring in capital to support everyone's investments here. And being a Legacy NFT holder, you are a partner in what we do here on the ARK, and that revenue flows right to the Legacy NFT holders account, which is a fantastic product. 36.5% has already been paid back to every single Legacy NFT holders every day they're earning. This is more profit, more passive income, more investors in ARK. Happy days, folks. We're going to be back tomorrow, same time, 4 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. UTC. For the folks that are listening to the recording at a later time, thank you also for your participation. Through listening, we hope you found it educational as well as entertaining. Take care of yourselves. Be good to each other. We'll see you tomorrow.